All right, let's get back to it, man. We missed the fucking sale, bro. God, bro. We missed the fucking sale, bro. That was slightly annoying. I was having technical difficulties over here, man. Missed the sale, but at least I called it on live though. I got my chat box working now, but that was slightly annoying, man. We missed that easy sale right there. Can't win for losing. I just ain't want to try to log in on my account while I'm on live so somebody can come and hack me. Wasn't about to even risk that. But so I had to just end that last screen and restart it. But it's all good. I still think we might even want to continue to drop lower. It's just that first sale was so easy and obvious. I was trying to get in like right here, 660. Would have definitely only caught about 60 points on there, but that was all I needed. Um, it's a little bit annoying, man. I'm not gonna lie. So let's see what happens if the market want to break back above this first presented fair value gap. Let me go check on my Apex so they don't log me out because they keep logging me out, messing up the whole screen. So far we have swept all of the liquidity. We have reached into these 1 minute fair value gaps that I mentioned, and now we are pulling back. So I am more interested in buys and sales today. That little sell I was trying to catch earlier, that would have been like the one sell that I could have trust. But right here, I'm going to see how the market wants to react. When it gets up here around this first presented fair value gap again. So we're gonna see how the market reacts once it get up there. Are we gonna keep going and go straight up to this liquidity around 809, or do we do one more fake out and pull all the way back? I wouldn't doubt that we might keep going just because the market is so bullish. But that fake out could also be, something that we see as well, because we know that's what the market does best. It fakes everybody out. But based on how we swept that liquidity on the 1 minute, and then we have these gaps down here that's left open, this could be a sign of very bullish momentum right here. So we already had such a huge sell-off this morning. I don't want to continue to try to sell, but this little bit of liquidity right here could be swept, or at the very least, this little bit of liquidity could be swept as well. So before we really make a move. But so far, we had the sweep of liquidity. We had somewhat of a gap made. Not the biggest green candles going back up. But I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen right here. I'm going to try one sale right here. It's a bit risky. I'm just going to put one micro on there.
Order filled.
See if I can see if we come back down here and sweep this liquidity out. If we don't, I'm going to be cutting my losses very quick on this. Mostly if we come above right here is the 750 range, I'll be cutting my losses. But I prefer not to see a break above this first presented fair value gap. But I want to see if this sale is going to work. I missed the first one that I called out because, I wasn't signed into my account, having some technical difficulties and everything. This was the one that was more trustworthy. This one is a bit sketchy. We had already taken all of the liquidity out, so I shouldn't really be selling right now, but I want to see if maybe we're going to get one last sweep of liquidity before we just continue to power up. But because the market is so bullish, that just may not happen. So we're going to see right now. Make sure y'all drop a like on this video, man, if y'all are just tuning in. Comment down below if you have taken a trade on the NASDAQ already. Was it a win? Was it a loss? What's good, Gore? How you doing, man? I was having some technical difficulties early, man, trying not to get hacked. They keep logging me out of my accounts. And I don't want to be trying to sign in on live. So I might be on the wrong side here, you guys. This is starting to look very bullish, but I'm going to wait. My entry is 697, so I'm down about $30. May look to add depending on what happened, but right now I'm not going to look to add because I could definitely be on the wrong side right here. So my entry is 679, so I'm down about 20 points. Only got one micro on here right now. Like I said, if we don't sweep this liquidity right here, we may at least want to come back into here where I can at least get out for break even. What's good, Vince, man? Vince, what's going on? It's good to see you in the chat, my brother. So let's see what's going to happen right here. Testing this new day opening gap. Like I told y'all, I'm bullish. I'm gonna be honest. I missed my first sale. I had some technical difficulties. And this trade is like somewhat revenge trading, trying to catch another sale. But it's not fully revenge. It's just I do believe maybe we can sweep this one last time. If we don't sweep it, then let me see. Let me see something real quick. Swing high, swing low. If we don't sweep it, maybe we come back down here. But there's also this little bit of an inversion fair value gap that's right here. Now I'll be looking for that too. So let's just see what happened, man. Trying to make sure I stay logged into my TradeOvate account. Let's see how much I'm down right now. down 21 bucks. You know, we did get a break out of the first presented fair value gap. So normally when it breaks out and then come back and retest, it's supposed to keep flying up. So this is letting me know that I may be right, at least for a quick scalp. You know, we're going to see what happens when it gets down to this inversion. I might just have to take 20 or 30 points and just be done with this trade. Once it gets down here, let me see. I'm going to add one more micro. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't add it anymore because this isn't even the best trade. All right, I'm going to add one more right here.
Order filled.
So now I got 2 micros. My overall entry is 677. Seeing a little bit of profits. I'm going to look for 645 right here. And my hopes is that we could just power through. If we do get down all the way in there, just power through, because we do have this gap right here. This gap is valid, so we might not even, I might even have to be getting out right now, to be honest with you. Let me see, am I still up? Yeah, so I'm just gonna close this. I don't
Order filled.
Trade no more. Moving a little too slow for me. And then we got this gap right here that's looking like it's going to want to hold price. So I'm just going to try to practice some patience, man. I missed my first little sell. Not going to lie, that definitely got to me. Kind of forced me to take something that, you know, I wasn't really in love with. So I guarantee you, now that I'm out the trade, it's going to drop down. So normally that's how it normally works for me. Make sure y'all drop a like on the channel, man. Appreciate the love and support that I've been getting from y'all, man. I can't say it enough. You know, trading is so hard. Blowing up accounts is so hard. So, you know, when I get those messages from y'all on the community tab, y'all giving me some words of encouragement, bro, like that goes so far, man. Like I can't even tell y'all how far that goes. Like sometimes I really do be ready to give up on trading. I'm not even going to lie. Sometimes it's just be like, I'm over it, you know. You can read the price so well and still take a loss. You know, you can know exactly where the market is going and still have a red day. Like stuff like that is pretty brutal. So like I said, so far this gap right here is being respected. This gap, I did not box it up. I already got too many boxes on my chart. But this gap is being respected so far. I just don't trust it. I'm bullish on the day, but I just don't trust it so far because it's currently 10:02. The area up here that I'm looking for the market to go up to is 809. And if I show you guys why, it's because of all of these relative equal highs up here. Look at all of these relative. We got this high. Look, all of these are pretty much equal highs. So I can almost guarantee you we're going to want to come back up here and sweep this liquidity, if not today, tomorrow. But I would prefer to see it done today. Because it's still so early, I don't know if it's going to want to run up there right off the rip right now, but it definitely could because the market is so bullish. So right now we're in consolidation. You know what I'm saying? I closed my trade. I think I was made like $10 or something that's insignificant. I just did not like the price action. But the other thing that I'm noting right now as well is that this gap has pretty much remained open for the most part. We did wick into it a little bit right here. But normally when you see this these gaps and they remain open, typically what you're going to see is more movement to the downside. So this liquidity right here is looking too juicy right now. It even make me want to get back in for another sell. I'm just going to get back in for at least one more sell. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Order filled.
Put 1 micro on there. It's just looking like it's getting ready to sell off. Matter of fact, let me put, you know what, I'm just going to leave it for 1 micro because I don't want to mess up my average. Like I said, we got this inversion right here. I would love to see it just power through this inversion and come on down here on a 1 minute time frame. This is a fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. And this is an order block on the 1 minute time frame. So I would love for it to at least come all the way down here and sweep all of that out, but it don't have to. It don't have to. This is a very bullish week, so I'm not really expecting too much to really happen on the downside. So even right there, I might have, should have been taking profits right there. I'm trying to be patient, but I'm a scalper, so $20, I'll take it. I'm not trying to get too fancy. Currently, we up about $16. Nothing too crazy. Trying my hardest to be patient and not take profits. Every time I take profits, the market continues to go down without me. My entry is 680. If I can at least get down to 640, that'll be a good $80 profit to start the day. But I'm trying to hold, but I'm so ready to close this trade. Yeah, I'm
order filled
right there. So far we're up $33 on the day. Just scalping, man. I don't, like I said, I'm more leaning towards going up. So I'm scared to sell. There's a possibility we could sweep this low, but with the sentiment of the market, it's looking like it may not want to do that. So I'm not going to be buying until we at least get a break above this first presented fair value gap, which is right up in here. This gap right here. You probably can't see it because it's on top of my new day opening gap. So I don't really want to be a buyer until we can break above that. Or if we come down here and sweep this low and then start making some market structure shifts, then I will be a buyer like that as well. But I really need to wait for confirmation because you don't want to get faked out in this type of market. Like I said, you can know where the market is going, still take the loss. So just trying to be patient right now. So like right here on the 1 minute, we swept this little bit of liquidity right here, this little swing high. If we sweep this swing high right here and start really making some moves up, then I'll maybe be convinced that we're going to start moving up. But it's 10:08, it's still super early. So I'm just trying to be patient. I don't really like how it's hanging around the first presented fair value gap so long. That's why when I came back on stream, I was mad because I missed this move. This was way more trustworthy because when it first hit into this first presented fair value gap, then we know we got this gaps on the 1 minute time frame. And then we had that liquidity that was resting right there. That's like a textbook trade right here. This is all textbook. But now this right here is looking a bit sketchy. We swept liquidity. We're holding this 1 minute fair value gap. Right, this gap is open. Let me zoom in. I want you guys to be able to see this. Right, so this gap right here is remained open. So this could be like a breakaway gap. So if this gap remain open, that's completely fine because that's going to give us confidence to take the buy. And then we got a swing low right here. We got a swing high right here. So when you measure out that range, right, from swing low, swing high, you guys can see this yellow line. That's my 50% level, which means what? That this gap right here is valid. This is a valid fair value gap. And as you guys can see, this gap is holding price. All right, this gap is holding price. Stop loss will have to be right on these two candles to make this fair value gap invalid, right? So we could put our stop losses, we could put a little line on those. But as long as those, as long as that stop loss stays intact, then that fair value gap to me is going to be a valid fair value gap, right? And then what we may end up seeing, if the market want to continue to be bullish and not come back down all the way, this little gap right here, we could see something like this, right? This little order block right here, we could sweep this liquidity, touch this little order block, and then continue to rally up from there as well. Man, bro, where did you get your evals from? Like what company did you use with the evals? It's actually a good idea not to touch them on NFP week, man. It's a lot of chop on NFP week. It's a lot of back and forth. But if y'all ever get the evals with anybody that I'm affiliated with, man, make sure y'all use that coupon code TRUCKING. Support the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. You don't have to, but you know, if you do, shout out to you. You got Trade Day and My Funded Futures. That's what's up, bro. I've always wanted to use those two companies. I haven't used them yet, but they seem like some pretty good companies. All right, so we're sweeping this liquidity right here. Let's see if we're going to just keep powering through. Or let's see what are we going to do. So, boom, right there. That makes that fair value gap invalid. So the little sales that I was in, I could have held, made a couple extra bucks, but still so choppy. And then now we're getting a little bit of a bounce off of this inversion fair value gap on the 1 minute. So still very choppy price action. But what do that tell us? So me, when I'm reading price action, that tells me that it's highly likely now that this liquidity is going to get swept out. Because if this liquidity wasn't going to get swept out, there would have been no reason for the price to come down and invalidate this fair value gap right here. So it's not fully invalid because this low didn't get swept, but to me it's invalid at this point. So what I will be looking at now is this inversion right here. As price go back up into this inversion, I might take another sell, but I just want to be extremely patient because it's NFP week and it's fake out week. That's what I like to call NFP week. It's the week of the fake outs. Are you okay, babe? You want me to make you a demo? Let me make sure they not logging me out over here. So all right, we just touched into the first presented fair value gap, but also this inversion. I kind of want to take one more sell, but I'm kind of scared. It says it's active. Okay, it's active. You just had a soft breach. Can't trade until tomorrow, but the account's still there though. But did you even place a trade? Yeah, I'm thinking that we could continue to go down a little bit right here, but I don't know. What do you think? And by the way, Vince, man, good luck on your trade day and your My Funded Futures account, bro. I wish you well on those. I hope you can get those boys funded, get those payouts going, man. Just take your time, bro. And if you can, set that daily loss limit, man. You know, set that daily loss limit, bro. Actually come up with a whole strategy to get there, man, because definitely don't want to just be willy-nilly, you know. So I think I'm going to try one more sale, man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll just cut. I'll just cut
Order
it off, but
filled.
I'm just going to try it again. It's looking like it's getting ready to make a move to the downside, but you know, when NFP week is here, man, I'd be so scared of getting faked out. But that's why I'm only using one micro. I got a daily loss limit of $400 on this account, on all of these accounts. So I wouldn't even be surprised if we go back up here and sweep out this liquidity one last time before we come down, if we come down. So I would love to see this inversion hold, and I would love to see this first presented hold price. But you know, anything is possible. Let's look at the 5 minute. We do got on a 5 minute. We do got a gap on a 5 minute that my girlfriend just showed me. I don't fully trust it, but it's there. Let's go look at the 15 minute. This gap right here could easily get left open. So we definitely could come up here and sweep this liquidity on the 15 minute. Yeah, I'm starting to think that's what we're probably going to do. So let me close this trade, take whatever loss, because I think we're going to go a little bit higher.
Order filled.
I think we're going to go a little bit higher before we come down. I just looked at the 15 minute, and this is discount right here, right above these highs. So I'm going to be seeing what's that's going to do. So far as consolidation, I need to stop pushing the button because literally nothing is happening. So yeah, man, I do drive cross country. I'm actually in Georgia right now, coming from Florida. Um, yeah, I'll be on the road all the time, man, just trying to make a living. What's up, Melissa Naomi? I see you in the chat. It's good to see you in the chat. Wow, y'all see what happened when I get out of my cell? Do y'all see what happened when I get out of my cell? But I still do think we might bounce right here, so I'm gonna actually take this buy. I hope I'm not too wrong.
Order filled.
I want to take this.
Order filled.
Micros right here. Entry at 647. Let's see if we sweep this liquidity right here, come back up. See if I can get me a little nice scalp right there. See if we can get a nice scalp. I should have just stayed in the cell. Should have just stayed in the cell. But I do think we might end up, we might not though, because look, we got a high, lower high, lower high. Let's see what happened. But like I said, this liquidity right here is definitely looking like it's going to be a target. I want to see if I can catch this scalp going up here, because this yellow line, if you measure the range out on the 15-minute, this yellow line is 50% of the range. So I think if we're going to come and sweep this liquidity, we may have to get above here first, and that's the reason why I'm taking a buy right now. So the buy will look something like this. I think I'm in at, let me see. I'm in at 647. So the buy will look something like this. This will be my stop. Take profit up here. A 1.5 to 1 ratio. Let's see if we can get it hit. All right, it looked like I should have just stayed in my cell from earlier. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these losses quick before it get any worse. Down $100 on this, or $80.
Order filled.
So now I'm down $70 on the day. So should have just stuck to my plan, man. This is trading, bro. This happens to me all the time too, man. I have a good idea, end up getting faked out, overthinking. So just cut losses quick on that. Don't want to let these losers run for too long. Don't tell me it's going to come back up. And this is why you got to love NFP week, man. Man, Vince made 500, no problem. I'm over here struggling, bro. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm over here getting faked out. So now, even though I know it's probably going to come back up here and sweep these highs, I'm just going to wait. Consolidation is definitely getting me together right now. It's good to see somebody out here making some money on their evals, bro. My evals just keep going lower and lower. I honestly thought these 50K accounts would be like easy to pass. I mean, they're fairly easy, but I thought I would have been done in like a week, to be honest, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get back in for a buy, bro. If I get faked out right here,
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
647, literally the same entry I was just in. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we want to have some momentum to the upside. See if we can get 50 points right here. This market is so slow. Just hurry it up, bro. You're moving too slow for me, man. Get on up there. I got places to be and people to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna get up there, just get on up there. Don't gotta keep on faking me out. But what made me get back in is we had a little bit of a gap right here. This became an inversion once we broke up top. I would like to see this gap hold price up. I would like to see this order block hold up right here as well. If it fails, I'm probably going to lose this trade instantly. But if it holds, then obviously I think I can maybe see some profits. But let's see what happens right here. This is what it looks like when you're trading consolidation. It's not the best thing in the world. Melissa, I'm trying to be patient. I am trying my hardest to be patient. I already got faked out once, actually twice, because I was in the sale. As soon as I get out, now it wants to go down. So, that's trading. I guarantee you, if I close this buy right now, it's going to go right up to 707. I can almost guarantee you. Do anybody in the chat want to make a bet? Do anybody in the chat want to make a bet, bro? You bet 20. So if I close, it's gonna go up. That's the bet. So you betting that it won't do that, right? That's the side you on. Bro, they about to get me together on this trade again. Like, come on. Well, it might be too late to bet now. Might be too late to bet now. Look like we just went up here, swept this liquidity, so I'm gonna just cut this loss too, man. Before we hit my daily, we close to hitting my daily loss limit, so that's kind of unfortunate. How much am I down already? Yeah, it looks like we're gonna hit the daily loss limit today.
Order filled.
Yep, and there it is right there. Stop loss hit right there. I should have just stayed with the sales, man. Like, that's my problem, y'all. Yep, daily loss limit hit. So that's the screen for me, man. But y'all seen it in real time, bro. I literally said we gonna sweep this level. Somehow I faked myself out. Went from taking sales to taking buys. So I don't be knowing, bro. I don't know how to trade, man. But I gotta get back on this road, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later. See y'all in the next screen, man. Make sure y'all drop a like, bro. Leave a comment. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. See y'all in the next one, man. Peace out.